As J.D. Vance boarded a plane to Pakistan for peace talks with Iran, Donald Trump posted 4 words on Truth Social: world's most powerful reset. The media ignored it. They had no idea what he meant. Was he talking about Iran? Was it some coded threat? I know what it meant, and by the end of this video, you will too. We've all been flooded with propaganda by Trump's enemies, domestic and foreign. Most people think he's just throwing grenades, tariffs, trade wars, threats of military force with no plan behind any of it. I'm telling you, they're dead wrong. What you're watching is a deliberate strategic reset of the entire world order. Not the great reset that King Charles, Klaus Schwab, the World Economic Forum, and Joe Biden announced during COVID. They told you energy had to be rationed and world government imposed, or we would all die from the climate apocalypse or the next pandemic. Trump's reset goes entirely in the opposite direction. I'm Barbara Boyd, and I've tracked the imperial great game for decades. I've lived through managed decline. I've studied the American system of economics, which Trump has resurrected, and I know it will produce a new and completely different world. Here's what I'm covering today. First, what was the Great Reset before Trump? Next, what is the world's most powerful reset? And finally, how does Artemis 2 fit into all of this? Let's dig in. But first, like and share this video now. It increases our reach on YouTube and tells YouTube to increase our audience. Let's start with the old Great Reset, because you need to understand what Trump is dismantling before you can understand what he's building. The World Economic Forum's Great Reset wasn't a conspiracy theory. Klaus Schwab said it out loud in public in June of 2020. COVID, he declared, was a narrow window of opportunity to remake capitalism.
For the post-corona era, we have a choice to remain passive, which would lead to the amplification of many of the trends we see today: polarization, nationalism, racism, and ultimately increased social unrest and conflicts. But we have another choice. We can build a new social contract, particularly integrating the next generation. We can change our behavior to be in harmony with nature again. And we can make sure that the technologies of the fourth industrial revolution are best utilized to provide us with better lives. In short, we need a great reset. We have to mobilize all constituents of our global society to work together. We must not miss this unique window of opportunity.
Did you hear that? COVID was an opportunity. Earlier in the speech, you said that COVID had shown a lack of social cohesion caused by nationalists and racists. In other words, those who are refusing to comply with insane lockdown mandates. I don't know about you, but that speech still stands my hair on end. Under the Great Reset, energy had to be rationed and controlled. Carbon had to be taxed and strangled. Every sovereign nation was supposed to surrender to globalist institutions who no one elected. Prince Charles, now the king, joined Schwab in announcing the Great Reset. Current Canadian Prime Minister and Trump hater Mark Carney